Hi, I'm a JaJa Kids Junior Journalist, Isabel.
And I'm JaJa Kids Junior Journalist, Karen.
Today we have an exclusive interview with Congressman Ted Lieu.
We're here to see what he has to say about the current issues and events.
Come join us.
Hello, Congressman Lieu. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me today.
Thank you.
So my first question is, as an immigrant growing up in Ohio, how did your childhood experience shape you as a lawmaker?
That's a great question. It's one reason I'm in politics, how I came here. My parents immigrated to the United States to seek the American dream. They were poor, they did not speak English well, and we grew up in the basement of a person's home at the very beginning, and they went to flea markets and sold gifts and jewelry to make ends meet. Over many years, they were able to open one store in a shopping mall, and then they eventually expanded to over 6 gift stores. And so in my mind, they achieved the American dream. They went from being poor to a home, gave my brother and I an amazing education. It's one reason I joined the U.S. Air Force on active duty, and it's one reason I'm in politics, to make sure that this dream remains open for people who want to work hard and succeed.
In this election, immigration is a hot topic. Right. But we seldom hear about policy related to Asian immigrants. In your point of view, how does this election affect Asian immigrants?
It affects Asian immigrants the same way it affects all immigrants. One candidate, Donald Trump, wants to build a wall. That wall doesn't just affect one kind of immigrant, it affects everyone, because what Donald Trump wants to do is set up a wall and keep immigrants from coming to the United States. I'm an immigrant myself. I support pro-immigration policies. It's one reason I support Secretary Clinton. I believe we need to have a rational, sensible immigration policy, but not cut off our country from immigrants.
So in the Congress, there seem to be a lot of disagreements between the Democrat and Republican parties. You are a Democrat, and in your years of public service, if your Republican friends disagree with you in certain policies, how do you deal with it?
So there are a lot of different issues, and what you see on TV or where there are conflicts between Democrats and Republicans, you don't really see on TV a lot of times when there's all the different laws that we pass together on a bipartisan basis, because it doesn't sell newspapers, it doesn't bring in TV ads. So there's actually two things going on. There's a lot of laws being passed or helping Americans across America, and there is conflict. So all you see mostly on TV is a conflict, but there is a lot of laws being passed or doing good things. In terms of the conflict, we just have to work together to try to resolve some of those differences. Last year, we did pass a budget. We also reauthorized the Highway Trust Fund for 5 years. That's going to help repair roads and bridges in states and cities. So we're making some progress, and hopefully we can do even better next year.
Education is an important issue for the younger generation. What legislation about education are you working on?
So when I was in the California State Legislature, I pushed hard for increasing education funding, both at K through 12 as well as in our colleges and universities. At the federal level, most of the funding does not come from the federal level. Most of education funding comes from the states. But at the federal level, we do have some funding for grants, so I support having grant programs to school districts to assist them in various programs. But education funding really is a state issue, it's not a federal issue.
After the swatting incident involving you and your family, how did it affect you, and are you trying to do something about it to help other victims?
Yes, so swatting is what happens when someone makes a fake 911 call and they describe such a dangerous and horrible situation that the police send a SWAT team or something equivalent. So it's a very large police response, and it is a fake one. And so the police end up spending all these resources. It's a waste of taxpayers' money, and it keeps the police from dealing with real emergencies. So at the federal level, I'm looking at different kinds of legislation to make it a federal crime. Currently, there is no federal crime for swatting, so we're trying to address that issue.
So a few months back, I saw you speak at the Democratic National Convention that nominated the first woman candidate for the presidential election. How was it like for you?
That was a fantastic opportunity to speak at the Democratic National Convention. I was able to speak in prime time on the last day of the convention. It was very exciting. I was able to talk about why Secretary Clinton is best qualified to be president without her national security experience, and it was an amazing opportunity and amazing experience.
Do you have a hero that is an inspiration to you?
I do have a hero. I do think President Obama is an amazing, transformative president, the first minority to be president. I think he is a very classy, amazing individual, and he's one of my heroes.
I know you're a very busy man, but how do you balance your family and your job?
It's hard, so I fly back every time I can from Washington, D.C. So the schedule is I usually fly there Monday morning, and then I fly back Thursday afternoon, and I do that 3 round trips a month, and then I have 1 month in the district. I urge everyone to vote on November 8th, and in a democracy, if you don't vote, then government will pass you by. So it's very important for communities to get engaged and to vote and to get your friends and family to vote, and that's how you make your local community, your state, and your nation a better place.